Hi, I'm here to tell you that you don't need motivation. See, you need a system so strong that you don't need to feel motivated to win. Just by having this system in place, you keep winning at whatever it is you put your mind to, or whatever it is that you're doing. See, I recently finished this book by Robert Greene, yes, Robert Greene, Mastery. And in the book, he talks about the blueprint, yes. And this blueprint is habits, these habits that we create daily. These habits grow us as individuals so much that we become undeniably good. See, being able to succeed at something and actually leveling up as an individual or creative, it starts with habits. Yes, these are small habits, things that you do daily to get you there. You know, you keep doing these small little things each and every day as if it was your religion. You will become so good that you do not need motivation. Green studied Da Vinci, Darwin, he studied fighters and innovators, and in his book he says they did not get lucky. They built themselves up brick by brick. Yes, to be a master at what it is we are and what inspires us or what we are good at, we have to build ourselves to that stature. It doesn't happen by chance. We have to build ourselves brick by brick. Successful, be it at our health, at our creativity. We want to look at it long term. We acknowledge the fact that it will not happen overnight, that but actually realize that by doing small things daily, this will compound into something that will be a success. So it's important then to ask yourself, if this is what I want to be, or if this is what I want to do in 5 years or in 10 years, what am I doing today to arrive at that stature, basically? So then you start doing the small things daily. Because say for instance you want to be a writer, you want to be a musician, or you want to simply be a photographer like myself. Give yourself time. Create time in your day where you pick up your camera and you just do photography things, photography related things. Is it you're reading up on photography, or you're framing shots, or you're learning something about, that whichever craft that you want to be a master at? You do this daily, on a daily, for 2-3 years. Imagine what you become after that time. Now, in the book, Green calls this the apprenticeship phase. This is the most difficult moment there is in life for most people. Most people don't go past this phase because they quit. He explains that this is the time where you do the most work, where you go hard when nobody is clapping for you. This is where you show up and you put in those habits daily when nobody is seeing. It's not fun, but it's hard work, and nobody is there to push you. But because you are so determined, you fall in love with the process of just doing, of you showing up and doing the thing, basically. So like I said, you pick maybe a 15 minute or 20 minute of your time in a day, and you just do that thing. So is it journaling? You're just journaling about that. Or is it reading? Yes, then you read. If you're an athlete, you use that time to stretch, and do things, and you practice at this skill on a daily basis. See, in this process, in this moment, what happens is You are redefining, not necessarily redefining, but you are identifying yourself. You are saying, yes, this is me. You're saying, yes, I am a photographer. Now, fast forward 3, 4 years in, you are on with that habit. You will become someone unrecognizable, someone great at what it is they love doing. It's important to ask yourself every day, am I showing up? Am I putting in the work of what I want to become in 5 years? You know? And then write a note and put it on your desk, onto your computer, asking yourself, have I put in the work today, or have I done what I needed to do today? You know? That my future self will be proud of. See, when you are practicing, you are just not putting in the reps. You are being deliberate, You practice deliberately. You practice with intention. You practice with focus. And you are putting in the reps about that specific thing so that you become very good at that one specific thing. And then tomorrow, you focus in on the other thing of the aspect of what it is you want to be good at. You practice that as well, with intention. So if the habit you're building is to be a good reader, for instance, you want to ask yourself, not only did you read 10 pages, you want to ask yourself, what was in those 10 pages that I read, and then you ask yourself, how did what I found in those pages able to help me? How can I apply the information that I read today to my life? That is how intentional you want to be with your daily habits towards mastery. And there's something that Green calls emotional pitfalls in his book. So if we are not disciplined enough, we won't be able to put in those reps that I'm talking about daily. Just because we love a dopamine hit, this thing that we're doing won't be as fun to us, and then we might be inclined to just quit, because we will feel like, oh, it's boring for me, I'm not enjoying it anymore. And then we'll be that person who jumps from one goal to the next without realizing that it's not the goal, or it's not the success to this one thing that we want to do, but it's just that we are not disciplined enough to stay focused at one thing and execute. So it helps then to build rituals, because these rituals, as in things that we can do on a daily basis, these things will help us to anchor us, help to discipline us to keep going at that which we want to be successful at. Now, mastery is not about completely becoming a brand new person. That's not what it is. Mastery is not about becoming a completely different person. It's not what that is. We are all different, unique individuals. We just need to look into ourselves. What is me? Like, who is Ims? What are my intentions? What are those things that I naturally gravitate towards? You see, those are the habits, and hopefully good habits. Those are the good habits that we want to build on. Those things that we do effortlessly, those things that we enjoy doing. Sometimes we can get stuck and overwhelmed by life and life's anxiety, so much so that we forget to do the things that we love, the things that we could be very good at. So it's good then to slow down, take a moment and ask yourself, this week, what did I do? What did I enjoy? What is that I normally enjoy that I haven't been doing lately? Ask yourself that. Yes, my goal? Have I worked at my goal of becoming this and that? Have I worked on that this week? And then remind yourself, find the time in the day to keep working at those habits that I was talking about. Remembering that in doing these things daily, you're putting in reps, and then what happens over time, you're building a system, a very strong system that will sustain you to becoming a master of that specific thing. You will be that person that does it so well, effortlessly, in other people's eyes, that you do not need any motivation. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around, being here with me in the moment. Enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button. If you've read the book Mastery by Robert Greene, please leave a comment in a leave a comment in the comment section. Just type mastery, and if there's any other books that you think that you want to recommend to me, I'm into it. I'm all about reading these cool books. If there's anything you want to recommend, please let me know, and then maybe we can share notes about the book and our findings. Thank you so much for sticking around. I see you guys in my next video.